Hello, and welcome back to Nerd News. Today we have the Xbox Developer Direct announcement, and we have static Shadows of Dakota cover art finally revealed, and it looks fantastic. Let's get started. And first up, we have the Xbox Developers Direct, which is coming January 25th. It'll be aired at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, and they have said that they will be focusing on the Elder Scrolls Online, Forza Motorsport, Minecraft Legends, and Redfall. And it also, they mentioned in the blog post that this will be for the next few months. So I expect everything here to be releasing, I want to say before fall. So like late summer at the latest for these 4 games. Or Elder Scrolls is probably just going to be an update. But for Forza, Minecraft, and Redfall, I expect those to be out by fall. So in the next few months, I guess. They also mentioned that to dedicate a proper amount of time for Starfield, a standalone show is in the works for that. So we will be seeing more of Starfield, but that is going to be in its own show, not here. So don't expect Starfield coming into this on the 25th. I don't think it'll be shown at all with that announcement. So the things we can expect are Elder Scrolls, Forza, Minecraft, and Redfall. And of these, I'm going to be honest, I couldn't care less about Elder Scrolls Online. It means nothing to me. I'm not even going to talk about it. Minecraft Legends is basically the same thing. I could not care less. We're not even going to talk about that. Forza Motorsport, that's cool. They release a lot of Forza games, though, so I'm not super interested. There's pretty much a Forza game every year, and they're just racing games. They're just driving games. I do prefer the simulation games to the Forza Horizon style games where they're more arcadey, but that's just me. I believe the next one up is Forza 8, I think. I'm not positive on that. I feel like we just got Forza 7. Maybe we're getting Forza 7. Regardless, I feel like the next one up is Forza, the simulation game, not Forza Horizon. So I am interested to see that a little bit, although it's not the most pressing thing. I'm not going to go out and buy an Xbox to play Forza. I'm just not. Redfall, on the other hand, it sounds interesting. They have said it's going to be more like Far Cry 2, I believe. But honestly, first-person shooter, it sounds like it's mostly an online deal. I don't know if I'm going to be interested. It does say here in the blog post that they're going to be revealing single player and multiplayer gameplay. Maybe if the single player looks really good, I'll consider it. But again, this is something I'm not going to go out and buy an Xbox for. Honestly, they need to show Starfield, and it needs to be really good for me to even consider buying an Xbox this year. Unless, like, Banjo-Kazooie gets announced immediately during this direct, and it's scheduled for release in, like, the fiscal year. If they don't show Banjo with a release date, nothing here is going to get me to buy an Xbox currently. I am looking for a reason to buy an Xbox. It's currently the only system I don't have. So I'm happy to look for a reason to buy one, but these 4 games are just not going to do it for me. Forza comes out consistently. I have old Forza games. I don't need a new one. It's not super impressive to me. And Redfall, while seems okay, I'm not super into FPS, and that's just, they have enough of those. There's enough first-person shooter games there's enough shooting games in general just on the Xbox. We already have Halo. We don't really need another one. I want something different, to be honest. And Starfield is looking to be that different thing, and I will consider picking one up if Starfield looks really good. But I'm also not a huge Bethesda fan. I think most of the games, like the Fallout series, are just okay at best, and sometimes they're just a little bloated, and I think there's just too much. It's not fun, in my opinion. So I'm not sure that Starfield is really going to sell me on buying an Xbox. But I'm happy to be proven wrong here, and maybe they show something that looks truly great, and it's going to make me want to go buy an Xbox. But this isn't doing it for me yet. I'm happy that they're getting a direct out. I'm happy that they're showing games that will be coming soon, and I hope these are good games, but nothing that really interests me. And next up, this isn't really news. It's more of a rumor. But it's a rumor that I'm kind of annoyed by, to be honest. I'm not going to show any images because I'm not going to complain about specific people, but just in general, there has been a ton of Nintendo Direct coming next week videos being posted, and while it's always fun to speculate Nintendo Directs and they're always exciting, it's a little tiring. Like, we know we're going to get one in the beginning of the year, but we always get it in February. Why would we suddenly get it in January? Not that we can't get it in January, but we have enough games coming out for Nintendo right now. We have plenty of stuff announced for the first half of the year. Realistically, we don't need a major Direct until, like, June. Maybe you want to put one out before Tears of the Kingdom comes out just to start, showing some stuff for the back half of the year. But, I mean, right now in the opening part of the year, we have just off the top of my head I can think of, we have Fire Emblem coming out on Friday. We have Kirby coming out, I believe, in February or March. We have Tears of the Kingdom coming out. I'm sure we're going to have a Pokemon Direct coming soon. We usually do on for Pokemon Day. There's enough coming out early in the year. There's at least 3 major games, and those are just the ones, again, that immediately come to mind for the first, up until May. So in the first 5 months, we have 3 big releases, or at least 2 really big releases in Kirby, which is, I would argue, a pretty big release. It's a remake from the Wii game, but I don't think the Wii game sold particularly well, because I'm pretty sure it was a late release Wii game. But Kirby's great, and, we've gotten a lot of Kirby lately, but another Kirby game isn't going to hurt anyone. It still looks fantastic. So I definitely see this as a relatively major release. That's 3 pretty big games. We don't need a Nintendo Direct this week. We just don't. It would be cool. I'm not going to complain if we get one, obviously, but we don't need one. Why are we speculating for a Direct already? But they don't come till February. They usually don't come till February. We're not going to get one tomorrow. Like, don't wake up on Monday morning or Tuesday morning and expect a Direct announcement. It's most likely not going to happen. It is a 99% chance that it's just not going to happen. It's going to be in February at best. I think they already have enough going on in the beginning of this year that we don't really need one until March, April. And even then, we don't necessarily need one, but they do have to start showing stuff that they're going to sell us at the end of the year. We have to have some idea of what we're buying at the end of the year. So for marketing purposes, I'm sure we'll get one before June. But beyond that, we don't need a Nintendo Direct right now. We have enough stuff announced. They can put on Twitter when they're going to release Pikmin 4. We don't need a Direct right now. And for people, we're a week into the year. 2 weeks into the year. We are 2 weeks into the year. We don't need to start speculating about a Nintendo Direct already. It's way too early. Just relax, people. They're commercials. They are selling you a product. Relax. You'll get your product when you get it. It's not that big of a deal. And next up, we have The Last of Us HBO show, which premiered last night. As of recording this, I have not watched it. It doesn't come out until 9 o'clock at night, and it is a 90-plus minute premiere. I am not staying up till 10 o'clock at night to watch it to then record this video. I'm sorry. It's just not going to happen. I have a job that I have to go to in the morning. So I'm not doing that. But I did want to, discuss a little bit. It is coming, or at this point, it has released. And again, 90 minutes, expecting great things from the show. It is getting a perfect review, I believe, on from like critics and stuff. It's getting extremely high reviews. I remember seeing it released, or it first went up, I think on Rotten Tomatoes, with a 21 reviews and a perfect critic score. Do I expect that to hold? No, not at all. It's not going to hold. But if it's that good now, people are saying they saw the full season and it looks great. I'm expecting big things from this show. We'll know by the time you watch this. So, comment down below if you really like the show or if it was absolutely horrendous. And we'll probably talk about that tomorrow. I plan on making a video Monday night for Tuesday, just focused on The Last of Us premiere and whether I liked it and what I liked about it, or if it's terrible, we get to, call it terrible. But I have really high hopes for this show. I'm a huge Last of Us fan, if you didn't know, and I have really high hopes that this is going to be a great show. And so far, everyone's saying that has seen it, that it is just as good as you expect it to be. So my expectations are pretty high right now. We'll see how it went. Hopefully it's good, but you can let me know in the comments down below whether you think it's good or not. And hopefully be here tomorrow to talk about it. Maybe Thursday if I just really can't rush it out in a day. But I'm planning on putting that out tomorrow. And lastly for today, we have Static, Shadow, and Dakota, and that'll be coming out in February. But we got some covers for the first 5 volumes, and these look great. These are all done by Nicholas Draper Ivy, and these are really great. The largest image here on the left looks really good. I like how Ebon is in the back. I like the new Static outfit. These 2 middle images look pretty good. I'm not a huge fan of the top one. It just, maybe because I don't know what's going on, but it does look cool. It just isn't as good as the other ones. I think the bottom middle looks really good. Again, Ebon in the background. This is obviously by the title, we probably could have figured this out. And also because he's I guess the most popular Static enemy. But we got Ebon in the background, and the colors on this look fantastic. The top end here with Ebon in the back, kind of using Static as a marionette. Again, this just looks really good. I love the coloring on this. But honestly, the best image here is that bottom corner, and we do have a bigger version of this image that he posted over on Twitter, and this looks fantastic. We got Static with that bluish purple outlined electricity that is just glowing. We have Ebon and what appears to be his just entire hand coming out of Static's face, from his eyes, his ear, one of the fingers coming out of his mouth. It looks disgusting, but in probably the best way possible. Static usually is not super gruesome that I can think of. I don't know the original Static series as well, because those are harder to find and I assume kind of expensive. I've never really tried, to be honest. But I assume that wasn't super gruesome, but I did read the New 52 Static, and I've read the more recent Static. I think it's called Season 1. And both of those were really good. I did really enjoy what I read on those. The video coming eventually if I ever get around to making it. I think I said I was going to make that last year, and I just didn't. But regardless, this is a gruesome cover, and it looks fantastic. I cannot wait to read this series. You might know I don't really read a whole lot of comics anymore. I've kind of fallen out of the hobby, mostly just because it's incredibly expensive. But I will always be here to go back and pick up the newest Static, and this looks great. I cannot wait for this. Nicholas over here is putting in some really great work for these covers, and just in general, this looks like it's going to be great. Cannot wait to see this. This is going to be good. And that's all the news for today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and let me know what you thought of The Last of Us. By the time this video goes up, you'll probably have seen it. I will be hopefully making a video on it tonight, and we'll post that up in the morning. And like I said, I'm really hoping it is great. Just wanted to throw it out there that, I'm not discussing it in today's video, but I felt like if I just didn't say anything, that'd be a little weird, since I've been obviously super excited about it. So, looks really good. Hopefully it's good. Let me know in the comments down below, and we'll be back on Wednesday with more nerd news. Also, I didn't post Friday. My power was out on Friday, so I didn't make a video. We're just going to ignore that. Thanks for watching.